There's a scene that plays out in millions of homes. You wake up, put your feet on the floor, and your legs protest. It's not laziness. It's not age. It's your body sending you a message that too many seniors have ignored for years. Because that moment when you go to the bathroom, then come back to lie down, just for 5 minutes. This small, seemingly innocent gesture often marks the beginning of a silent decline. A decline that never happens suddenly, but that slowly erodes your strength, your stability, your independence. In reality, in the morning, your body is telling you, get me moving, or I'll rust. And if you listen to that message, everything changes. I'm Dr. Hillman. Welcome to Next Stage Health, the channel where I help people over 55 regain energy, mobility, and confidence with simple, proven strategies adapted to your daily life. Today, I'm going to reveal an extremely powerful morning ritual that can reduce leg pain, decrease morning stiffness, improve your balance, and give your steps the lightness you felt in your 30 seconds. And at the end, I'll share an essential bonus that very few doctors explain, but which makes all the difference when you want to relieve leg pain upon waking. So before we go any further, take a good look at the scene I'm about to describe. You might recognize yourself in it. You sit on the edge of the bed. Your body feels heavy. Your knees creak. Your heels burn when they touch the floor. You slowly get up, holding onto a doorknob, a table, whatever you can find. You go to the bathroom. And when you come back, that little voice whispers to you, I'm just going to lie down for a moment. And then, without realizing it, you enter a cycle that weakens your muscles every morning. Because strength doesn't just disappear all at once. It vanishes through small decisions. Decisions that seem harmless, but which, repeated every day, end up robbing your legs of stability, your energy, your freedom. It's not a matter of willpower. It's not your age. It's biological. During the night, circulation slows down, muscles contract slightly, and joints fill with stagnant fluid. The result, when you wake up, everything is numb. If you don't move, this stiffness solidifies, settles in, and becomes pain. That's why morning aches and pains are often the worst. And that's also why a simple movement can unlock everything. Because as soon as you move a little, your heart speeds up, blood returns to your legs, oxygen nourishes your muscles, and the pain recedes. It's your true awakening. The inner awakening. In what follows, I'm going to show you exactly how to transform your first 10 minutes of the morning to revitalize your legs, step by step, and you'll see that we start even before you put a foot on the floor. We begin where it all happens, in your bed, before your feet even touch the floor. Because it's precisely at this moment that your body is most receptive, most vulnerable, but also easiest to gently awaken. You'll see, this first step is simple, so simple that many underestimate it. And yet, it prepares everything else. You sit on the edge of the bed. You straighten your back. You let your shoulders drop. And then, you slightly lift one foot. You're going to do ankle rotations. First clockwise, then counterclockwise. Nothing sudden, just a slow, precise, controlled movement. Why is this movement so important? Because it acts as a soft start for your entire leg system. It activates circulation in your feet, calves, and shins. It awakens the deep muscles, the ones that stabilize your balance, and it instantly reduces the feeling of heavy legs. A 2021 study, conducted at Kyoto University, involving more than 400 seniors aged 65 to 80, revealed something fascinating. A simple ankle mobility routine each morning reduced muscle stiffness by 27% and improved balance in just 2 weeks. That's huge. For a movement you can do sitting in bed. And you know what I love about this exercise? It requires no effort. It creates no pain. It simply prepares your body for what's to come. Because what your body is waiting for in the morning isn't brute force. It's a message. A gentle, clear, reassuring message. I'm ready to get going again. And when you send that message early, the rest of your day changes. So now that your ankles are awake, that they've regained some fluidity, we're going to move on to an absolutely essential step. Reactivating walking, without leaving your room. Next, I'll explain the second movement, The one that will get your hips, knees, and balance moving again, all without any impact. Action on your body. Now that your ankles are awake, your body is ready for the second step. And you'll see, it's just as simple, but incredibly powerful. You're going to walk in place, slowly, calmly, without striving for performance. Just a natural movement, as if you were trying to get your body used to moving again. You stand up, you lean on a chair, a wall, or even the edge of the bed if you need to. Then you lift one knee, then the other. Not too high, not too fast, only as high as feels comfortable. This movement awakens everything that allows you to maintain your balance. Your hips, your thighs, your knees, the deep muscles of your core. And you know what? It's one of the most effective movements for preventing falls because it stimulates stability reflexes, those that disappear when we don't move enough. Finnish researchers followed more than 1,200 seniors for 18 months. The result was incredible. Those who walked gently in place each morning had a 40% lower risk of an accidental fall, while also gaining muscle strength by the third month. No machines, no strenuous effort, just regularity. So do it for 2 to 3 minutes, at your own pace, without getting out of breath. Just imagine you're putting oil back in the gears, because in reality, you're doing much more than that. You're reactivating your nervous system. You're awakening the coordination between your brain and your legs. You're retraining your body to stabilize itself. And when this mechanism improves, you feel something incredible. Your steps become more confident. Your center of gravity recenters. You feel less vulnerable. Now that your body has regained its momentum, we can move on to the third step. A step I call awakening the home. A few simple steps in your own space that will complement the circulatory effect and set you in a true morning rhythm. Next, we move on to the short inner walk, the one that frees the legs and awakens the mind. Now that you've woken up your ankles, and then reset your balance with walking in place, we move on to the phase that truly seals the morning transformation. And you'll see, it's even simpler than the previous two. You're going to take a few steps at home. Not many, not for long. Just a few minutes of gentle walking in your own space, as if you wanted to say to your body, the day begins. I am up, I am present. You can walk to the kitchen, then come back. Cross the hallway, take a stroll through the living room. Go to the window, look outside, then retrace your steps. It's not the number of meters that matters. It's the message you send to your brain. Because when you walk even for just a few minutes, your nervous system is fully reactivated. Your brain adjusts your balance. Your muscles tone slightly. Your breathing becomes more regular. Your heart rate stabilizes. And your energy levels start to rise. It's like starting a car that's been sitting all night. The oil Mytelonese circulates. The pistons wake up. The engine runs smoothly again. And your body loves that. Many people think you need to go for a 30-minute walk to feel a difference. That's not true. From the very first minute, your brain receives a clear signal. We're moving. And this signal triggers a cascade of positive reactions. Improved circulation, release of small doses of endorphins, postural stabilization, stimulation of deep muscles, reduced joint stiffness. This is also why, when you take this little inner walk every morning, you feel more confident on your feet for the rest of the day, more stable, more grounded. But be careful. This is often where many people make a mistake that can sabotage all progress, wanting to go too fast, too hard, too soon. In what follows, I'm going to show you the pitfalls to avoid so you don't get injured and so that your morning routine remains a source of motivation, never a danger. You'll understand why. Gentleness, not force, is the key to leg rejuvenation. You've just discovered the 3 movements that awaken your body. But now we need to talk about something just as important. The mistakes that slow down or even negate your progress. Because in health, it's not the big efforts that count. It's the small details, repeated every day. And you probably know the first mistake, telling yourself, I'll move when I'm in less pain. I hear this from hundreds of patients. But it contains a terrible trap. Because you won't move better by waiting for the pain to disappear. It's by moving gently that the pain decreases. A study conducted at the University of Toronto with 300 people suffering from pain. Chronic joint pain has been dramatically demonstrated. Those who followed a simple morning routine saw their pain decrease by 22% in 1 month without increasing their medication. Those who remained at rest worsened. The message is clear. Don't move against the pain. Move despite it gently, but every day. The second mistake is trying to go too fast. In the morning, your body wakes up at its own pace. It's not a competition. It's not a performance. It's maintenance. A recalibration. 2 minutes today are worth more than an hour you'll never get. And science confirms it. A study published in the Journal of Gerontology showed that moderate but regular movements improve mobility and longevity much more than intense but irregular efforts. You know what that means? That your consistency is worth 1,000 times more than your speed. The third mistake is ignoring your body's signals. You need to learn to differentiate between normal morning stiffness, temporary discomfort during movement, and true warning pain. If you feel a sharp, burning pain or pain that restricts movement, stop and consult a professional. What I share here is purely informational, never a substitute for medical advice. But in the vast majority of cases, your body isn't saying, stop. It's saying, I'm not used to it anymore, but I want to relearn. And finally, the last mistake, perhaps the most common, getting discouraged too quickly. In the first few days, you might think, I don't see any difference. But that's normal. It's like planting a seed. You don't see anything. But underground, it's working. The muscle fibers are repairing themselves. Your tendons become more elastic. Circulation improves. And then one morning, sometimes after 8, 10, or 12 days, you get up and you feel that something has changed. You walk a little straighter. Your legs feel lighter. You're less attached to the furniture. Your step is more confident, more vibrant. And that day, you understand. It wasn't your age. It was your inactivity. In the following sections, we'll go even further. We'll delve into what happens inside your body when you repeat this routine morning after morning and why, even at 60, 70, or 80, your muscles can still regenerate. Now, we'll look at what happens deep within your body when you do this routine several days in a row. Because real change isn't first visible in the mirror, it happens inside. And you'll see, it's fascinating. From the very first days, circulation improves. But that's just the surface. The real awakening happens in your muscles and your brain. Researchers at the University of Copenhagen have discovered that even in people over 70, 10 days of gentle, daily activity is enough to increase mitochondrial production by 35% in muscle cells. Mitochondria are what provide energy to your body. The more active they are, the lighter, more stable, more alive you feel. That's why many seniors tell me after about 10 days, Doctor, I'm not walking any faster, but I'm walking more easily. Exactly, because the energy is returning from within. But that's not all. When you move in the morning, your brain reactivates the neural circuits related to balance. It strengthens the coordination between your eyes, your inner ear, and your muscles. And this coordination is what allows you to walk without looking at your feet, to get up from a chair without hesitation, to climb a step without looking for support. You don't see it, but your brain is reorganizing itself. It's creating new connections. It's strengthening those that were weakening. And that's an invisible, but real, rejuvenation. At the same time, your muscles receive more oxygen. Your joints are better lubricated thanks to synovial fluid, that famous motion is lotion I often explain. In just 10 days, your flexibility increases, even if you think you've always been stiff. It's proof that it's never too late to regain mobility. But be careful, it all comes down to one thing. Not perfection, not intensity, but consistency. If you miss a day, no problem. You pick it up again the next day. Your body loves routine. It gets stronger when it knows what to expect. And above all, never rely on motivation. Motivation comes after action. Always. You move, you feel better. That feeling makes you want to do it again. It's this virtuous cycle that you build every morning. Next, we'll talk about a crucial point: how this routine changes your daily life, your mood, your independence, and why your loved ones will often see the effects before you do. We've just seen what changes biologically inside your body. Now, let's talk about something just as important: the invisible transformation, the one you don't notice right away, but that those around you see before you do. Because when you move each morning, even for just 5 to 10 minutes, something subtle yet powerful happens. First, your steps change. You might not walk any faster, but you walk with more stability. Your center of gravity realigns. Your deep muscles activate without you even realizing it. You grip the furniture a little less. You stand up straighter. You turn around without hesitation. Then, you breathe a little better. Your chest expands. Your diaphragm relaxes. And when your breathing improves, everything calms down. Fatigue, mental tension, irritability. You also sleep a little more soundly. A large Harvard study of over 5,000 seniors followed for 10 years showed that walking for 10 minutes in the morning reduced the risk of loss of independence by 30% and improved sleep quality, even in those suffering from chronic pain. Morning exercise acts like a reset for your internal clock. But what I love most is the mental effect. Because movement releases dopamine and endorphins, those hormones that clear the mind and lift your spirits. And one morning, without warning, you do something you haven't done in a long time. You climb a short step without stopping. You go get the mail without dragging your feet. You call a friend you haven't contacted in a while. You feel like going out for a bit, gardening, walking outside. You don't feel younger. You feel more mind-some, alive. And that's what I call inner rejuvenation. A change that doesn't depend on your age, but on your movement. And that's precisely where your daily life becomes lighter. Less fear of falling, less pain upon waking, less dependence on support, more confidence, more motivation, more presence. In the following sections, we'll conclude with the final essential keys to maintaining this progress day after day, the final mistakes to avoid, and above all, how to stay consistent without tiring yourself out so that this routine becomes a pillar of your vitality. Now that you know the routine, its effects on your body, and the transformation it creates within you, there's one last step: knowing how to maintain this momentum day after day. Because the real victory isn't starting, it's continuing. And for that, there are a few essential keys. The first is to stop letting pain decide for you. You know it now. It's not by waiting for the pain to lessen that you start moving again. It's by moving gently that the pain recedes. Even for a minute, even for 2. Your body just needs to feel that you're not abandoning it. The second key is gentleness. Your body doesn't need feats of strength. It needs attention. Extreme movements, jumps, deep bends. All of that is unnecessary, even dangerous, in the morning. Especially if you suffer from arthritis, neuropathy, lower back pain, or chronic stiffness. Studies from the Mayo Clinic show that gentle movements naturally lubricate joints in about 10 days. Not strenuous efforts, not heroic exercises, just calm regularity. The third key is to listen to your body intelligently. There's the good kind of discomfort, the kind you get when you wake up, and there's the bad kind of pain, the kind that burns, pinches, and locks you up. If you feel the latter, stop and consult a professional. What I'm sharing here is meant to inform you, never to replace the advice of an expert. And the last key is not to get discouraged. Because in the first few days, you feel like nothing is changing. But beneath the surface, everything is starting up again. The fibers are repairing themselves, the tendons are becoming more flexible, the blood is circulating better, and the brain is reactivating forgotten pathways. Then one morning, you get up, and you feel that your leg responds differently, that your balance is more secure, that your step is lighter. That day, you realize that age wasn't your enemy, it was immobility. So tomorrow morning, when your alarm goes off, don't go back to lying down. Sit up, do your ankle rotations, walk in place, take a few steps around your house, and tell yourself, I'm regaining my strength, I'm not giving up. If you want to go even further, you can download my free guide on Next Stage Health, a simple program to maintain strong legs, good balance, and lasting energy, without pain or limitations. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Every week, I give you concrete, science-backed strategies for aging strong, mobile, and confidently. Share this video with someone who complains of leg pain in the morning, because one simple movement every day can change an entire life. You know, the movement, that's life. And life starts again every morning.